Hello everyone, I am so happy to be back with you guys. If you are new here, hello, welcome. If you have been here, child, I know the setup is a little bit different, and that's because this is not a regular podcast episode. This is a chit chat episode. I had put one up about 2 weeks ago, and it was just me in a random moment getting things off my chest. And I feel like in times like this, when I just have something that I need to get off and I don't want to do a full episode, I'm just going to give you guys these little chit chats. And I really hope you guys enjoy them. I hope to do them in this setting most of the time, but sometimes, baby, if it is on my spirit or my heart, I'm just gonna pick up my phone and just press play, okay? This past week and weekend, literally, baby, did it stuck thizzle. I was going through it, and I know I'm not the only one, so I just want to share some of that with you guys and share the pep talk that I gave myself last night, because I really needed it, and I feel like somebody out there might need it too. I feel like this is a season where a lot of things are changing. The leaves are changing outside, and they are changing in people's lives. They're changing, in your relationships, jobs, with your health. A lot of things are changing. And it is so hard sometimes to adapt and move with it, but you have to. You have to. And I spoke a little bit about seasonal depression, because I do get that, and I'm very much so prone to anxiety, even when everything is fine. In my life, everything is fine, right? But I'm still anxious. Everything is fine, but I'm still worried about whatever, the future, I'm still, nervous about my new job. I'm still sad about my friends leaving, even though we're still gonna be friends. I could talk to them whenever I want, but I'm still thinking, oh my gosh, I'm feeling all these emotions and all these things at once. And so my emotions were running super high over the past week. And it has been difficult to deal with. And I've been dealing with a lot of it by myself. And I realized that I don't have to. So I've been opening up more about the things that I'm going through. But, I'm a big person that I always say, lean on your tribe. I always say you don't have to go through things by yourself. And I believe that wholeheartedly. But I also believe that some seasons and some things that you go through, you have to go through alone. You have to go through it by yourself. Nobody can come and fix things for you, or there's no amount of empathy or consoling that can fix things for you when it's an internal thing. And, I've had to come to terms with a lot of things in my life recently. And I've had to get back to a place where I'm able to cope and deal with my emotions on my own. And that includes my seasonal depression. Now, all of these other things were factors that play a role into me feeling depressed and me feeling very anxious, and emotionally just, not fully on level ground. But I have, the power to know, and I feel like I have the emotional intelligence to know when I'm kind of hitting a slump. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is. And so last night I had to give myself a pep talk. Because my God, yesterday was a hard day. The day before was a hard day. The day before was a hard day. The week before was hard. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need a break. And I really do. I'm one of those people who has those moments where it's like, yo, I can't get out of bed. I don't want to get out of bed. I want to sleep for the rest of eternity. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to face the day. I don't want to deal with these emotions. I don't want to, have to feel the feelings. Sometimes I just don't. And so last night I was really in it, and I just had to sit back and talk to myself. I literally went to my mirror over here and I looked in the mirror and I just spoke to myself, and I was just essentially, and this is really for anybody who needs this is the pep talk. Okay? You are destined for so many great things. And right now, life feels really hard. Right now, life is lifing, but everything will be okay. No matter how hard it gets, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And it's hard to see it now. And you may not understand now why you are going through all of these things that you are going through. But in the future, you will understand how these tough moments and these dog days and going through the trenches, these are the things that are making you stronger. These are the things that are making you stronger. Especially every time you get out of bed when you don't want to, every time you face the day, even though you're not feeling okay, you still do it. It's making you stronger. And when you think about everything that you have gone through up until this point, to get to this moment right now in your life, everything that you have survived, everything that you have overcome, if you believe that you can't overcome this moment right here, you have to give yourself more credit. I need you to believe more in yourself. Because, my God, today, life is going to go on and you have to move with it. You have to flex with it. And it's not always fun. Sometimes it is hard. Sometimes it is stressful. Sometimes you are anxious. Sometimes you are battling intrusive thoughts. Sometimes you are battling depression. Sometimes you are battling loneliness. And you have to figure out everything on your own. Sometimes you're on your own, but I need you to understand that you are enough. You're enough. You are strong enough to handle this. You are strong enough to seek the help when you need it. You are strong enough to give yourself grace when you need it and patience when you need it. And you have to give yourself that in this moment. You have to give yourself understanding and love in this moment when things are the toughest, when you feel like you want to give up, when you feel like you can't stand back up. You have to give yourself that grace and feel your feelings. Allow yourself to cry. Allow yourself to feel sad. Allow yourself to, feel that anxiety, feel that stress, but don't sit in it. Don't ever sit too long. Don't stay there for too long. Get back up and put one foot in front of the other. Baby steps. One foot in front of the other, but you don't stop. You don't stop. You keep going. And eventually the light will show. It's hard now, but it's not going to be hard forever. You're sad now, but you're not going to be sad forever. Happiness comes. Life is about ebbs and flows. And we're going through some changes. And it's hard. Change is difficult. But where you're going to be and who you are going to be at the end of this season in your life, when things are so difficult, when you're so stressed, when you don't know how you're going to make it through, who you're going to be when you get over this is going to be such a better person, such an evolved person, such a spiritually aligned person. You're going to be in such a better space. You're going to be so much happier. And you're going to have so much newfound respect for yourself, newfound trust in your intuition, newfound trust in your ability to overcome, and your resiliency. I think that's the biggest thing that people have to understand. Being resilient doesn't just come from, handling small issues or just living the day-to-day. Resiliency comes really when you are really in the fucking thick of it. When you are in the thick of it and you pick yourself up and you keep going. You keep going. There have been so many times that I wanted to quit. There have been so many times where I wondered, damn, did I make a mistake here? Or what am I going to do? Or how am I going to, everything is going to work out exactly how it's supposed to go. You have to allow yourself to get there. You have to allow yourself to get there. And of course, like anything in life, if you want to get something new, you have to do things you've never done before. You have to move into spaces that are uncomfortable. The point of evolving and growing is that you are pushing yourself out of your comfort zones. You are pushing yourself out of your security. so that you can get more, so that you can become larger, so that you can grow. You know what I'm saying? And times where depression hits and those, like I said, intrusive thoughts, it is so hard to get out of. And it's not overnight. Of course, I know. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of self, understanding. It takes a lot of relying on the people around you. Because like I said, you don't have to go through things alone. Even though you are the anchor in your life to keep yourself up, you can still have other people help you carry the load, right? It takes, patience and like I said, giving yourself grace. In the days when I'm feeling depressed, in the days where I'm feeling like I don't want to get out of bed, sometimes I'm like, okay, I don't want to get out of bed today. And I might not be in the best mood. I'm not going to say that I'm going to be happy just because, okay, life goes on and I'm supposed to be happy, so let me fake the funk and be happy and maybe I'll manifest some happiness. No, we take it in stride. I don't want to get out of bed today. Okay. If I don't want to get out of bed, I'll allow myself to sleep a little more. But today I will get up, I will make my bed. Even if that means 15 minutes later, I'm gonna come lay back down. I'm getting up and I'm accomplishing something. I'm getting up and I'm living. I'm not a zombie. I'm moving like I am alive because I want to live and I want to keep living. And I want to create a life that I love. You know what I'm saying? In the moments that I want to give up on my dreams, I think to myself, tomorrow is not promised. I don't know what's going to happen. But I am the type of person that I refuse to live life in a bubble. I refuse to live my life for other people. I refuse to live my life in a way that is so safe that I never ever get to see what I'm capable of, that I never ever get to see what I can build. I want to surprise myself. I want to give myself more. I want to create something that is meaningful, and that's different for everybody. But I want you to know that that mentality is what's going to get you through things. That mentality is what's going to get you out of bed. That's what's going to keep you going. Once you give up, it is so hard to get back. It is so hard to get back. So please, whatever you're doing, no matter what it is, keep going. Keep doing it. Don't give up. Keep breathing, okay? Keep going. Keep singing. Keep writing. Keep recording. Whatever you're doing, you keep on. You keep doing it. And I dare you to watch and see how much your life will evolve for the better. One day at a time. One day at a time. Because like I said, you're destined for amazing, beautiful, great things. You got to give yourself the opportunity to do it. These are the things that I really tell myself, like in my moments where I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think I can make it. I don't think I can make it. I'm like, you know what? I don't think I can, but God don't play about me. And I can't give up on me. I cannot give up on myself. I can't. Like, that's literally how I feel. And, I let myself cry. I let myself be sad. I let myself feel my emotions and if I'm going through depression, I, at this point, have the emotional awareness that I'm like, I feel depressed right now. And and recognizing it and saying it helps you overcome it, I feel, because now you know the state that you're in. We're not in denial. I'm not functioning, and thinking everything is okay. I know emotionally I'm not okay. I don't feel the motivation that I need, or I feel very anxious, or I'm feeling really lonely, or I just feel sad and I don't know why. Recognizing those things has been very, very paramount in my ability personally to overcome them. And those are things that I learned in therapy. I've been in therapy a long time. Actually, shout out to therapy. If you are in therapy, keep going, child. I'm not right now, but eventually I'll go back probably. But, you know, that's one of the things I learned. Like, you know, you can't fight things like seasonal depression. You can't fight depression like that in general. It's not like you can, you know, see when it's coming on. Sometimes the slump just hits you out of nowhere, out of the blue. But you have to have the tools to pick yourself up and get out of it, whatever they may be.